Hello everyone, welcome to Presentation Experts. Today I am here with a new presentation topic, that is CAPTCHA. Before starting, please subscribe to our channel and also press the bell icon for all new latest updates. Today you will see about CAPTCHA, what is Turing test, types of CAPTCHAs, applications, why CAPTCHA is used, drawbacks of CAPTCHA. CAPTCHA stands for Completely Automated Public Turing Test to tell computers and humans apart. So this is an acronym to CAPTCHA. This is a full form to CAPTCHA, Completely Automated Public Turing Test to tell computers and humans apart. CAPTCHA determines whether the user is a real human or a robot. CAPTCHA provides challenges that are difficult for computers to perform but relatively easy for humans. Invented at Carnegie Mellon University in 2003 by Lewis Vaughan and Manuel Gum. CAPTCHA is sometimes described as a reverse Turing test because humans and machine both test the CAPTCHA. So this is sometimes described as a reverse Turing test. So this code is used as an API for using the CAPTCHA in the websites, applications, forms, etc. This is an API for CAPTCHA. Next is, what is Turing test? So Alan Turing, known as the father of modern computing, proposed this test to check whether machines could think or appear to think like humans. The Turing test is based on intimations. An interrogator asks two participants a series of questions. One of the participants is a machine while other is human. The interrogator does not know which one is machine or human and attempts to guess which participant is a machine. In Turing test, there is an interrogator which doesn't know there is a machine or a human. So it identifies that if it is a machine or a human by asking some certain questions and getting answer of those questions. If the interrogator fails to figure out it, the machine has passed the Turing test. So if the interrogator fails to identify, so machine will pass the test. While CAPTCHA is meant to trick machines and create a test that only human can pass. This test was created for the CAPTCHA application to present a variety of CAPTCHAs to different users. That's why this test was created, to check and to trick the machines that they cannot identify CAPTCHAs and only human can identify the CAPTCHA. There are certain types of CAPTCHAs, which is text CAPTCHAs. So under text CAPTCHAs there are so many CAPTCHAs like GIMP CAPTCHA, EaseGIMP, graphic text, MSN CAPTCHA. Next is graphic CAPTCHA, graphic based CAPTCHAs. Under graphic based CAPTCHAs there are Gongo CAPTCHA and Pix CAPTCHA. Another CAPTCHAs are audio CAPTCHAs and reCAPTCHA and book digitization are also a type of CAPTCHA. First we'll see text CAPTCHA. So these are simple to implement. Text CAPTCHA are simple to implement. The simplest yet novel approach is to present the user with some questions which only human can solve it. The questions like 10 plus 5. So we need to type the answer of 10 plus 5, 20 plus 1, 19 plus 2, like 7 minus 5, like these type of questions. Text CAPTCHAs are based on. Next is GIMP CAPTCHA. GIMP is a very reliable text CAPTCHA built by CMU in collaboration with Yahoo for their messenger services. Gimpy is based on the human ability to read extremely distorted text and the inability of the computer programs to do the same. So, Gimpy are the distorted text which only humans can identify, and the machines fails to identify these text. And these are developed by Yahoo for their messenger services. Next is Gimpy. This is a simplified version of Gimpy CAPTCHA adapted by Yahoo in their sign-up page. So as you have seen the sign-up page of Yahoo, there the EaseGimpy CAPTCHA is used. EaseGimpy randomly picks a single word from a dictionary and applies distortion to the text. The user is then asked to identify the text correctly. This is the EaseGimpy. It is also developed by Yahoo, and it is used on the Yahoo sign-up page. Next is BaffleText. This was developed by Henry Beard at University of California at Berkeley. This is a variation of the Gimpy. It picks up random alphabets to create a nonsense but a pronounceable text. Distortions are then added to the text and the user is challenged to guess the right word. So BaffleText is a distortion and collection of different words which are then identified by humans, not by computer programs. Next type of CAPTCHA is MSN CAPTCHA. MSN CAPTCHA is a Microsoft network CAPTCHA which is developed by Microsoft. So Microsoft uses a different CAPTCHA for services provided under MSN umbrella. These are popularly called MSN Passport CAPTCHAs. They are 8 characters. So MSN uses 8 characters, uppercase and digits. Foreground is blue, dark blue, and background is grey. So in this type of CAPTCHA, the foreground means front part is dark blue and background is grey. Wrapping is used to distort the characters to produce a ripple effect and make computer recognition very difficult. So these are Microsoft CAPTCHAs developed by Microsoft for their services. Here you can see the CAPTCHA, the BaffleText, and the audio, and also a reCAPTCHA. All these all these different types of CAPTCHAs are there to identify that it is a human, not a machine or a robot or a spam. Next type of CAPTCHA is graphic CAPTCHA. So in graphic CAPTCHA there are certain images which are need to be identified by the human. So graphic CAPTCHA are challenges that involves pictures or objects that have same sort of similarity that the user have to guess. These are visual puzzles similar to Mensa test. Computer generates the puzzles and grades the answer, but is itself unable to solve it. So computer won't be able to solve these puzzles. Only humans can solve these types of puzzles. Comes under graphic CAPTCHAs. Next is Bongo. So Bongo CAPTCHA asks the users to solve a visual pattern recognition problem. So there are certain type of pattern recognition problems, like there will be 4 blocks and patterns like triangle, circle, rectangle, trapezium. These types of blocks will be there. So it displays 2 series of blocks, the left and the right. So the blocks in the left series differ from those in the right series, and the user must find the characteristic that sets them apart. So these types of CAPTCHAs comes under Bongo CAPTCHA. Next is Pix. Pix is a program that has a large database of labeled images. All these images are the pictures of concrete objects. like objects like desk, table, pen, flower, bed. So the program picks an object at random, finds 6 images of these objects from its database, presents them to the user and asks the question, what are the pictures of? So these in this type of captcha, certain pictures are shown to the user, and like pictures like car, pen, table, laptop, mobile phone. These types of pictures are shown to the user, and the questions are asked that what type of picture is this? Name the picture. It is shown to the user. Like a image of car will be drawn, and the question will be asked, what is the image? So user need to type car in the given box. The next type of captcha is audio captcha. Audio is based on sound. Audio captchas are based on sound. The program picks a word or a sequence of numbers at random, renders the word or the numbers in a sound clip, and distorts the sound clip. It then presents the distorted sound clip to the user and asks the user to enter its content. There will be a certain audio sound in the captcha, in the captcha clip, and this captcha clip will be containing some distorted sound which a user need to listen and then write the answer of the clip. This was audio captcha. Next, and the last type is reCAPTCHA and book digitization. So this type of captcha known for its use by Google. So this type of captcha is used by Google. It is a much easier for users than most other types. It provides a checkbox saying I am not a robot, which user needs to select, and that's all. So in this type of captcha, there are certain images are shown like traffic lights. So there will be 9 blocks, and the user need to check all the traffic light box, and if user is fully able to select these boxes and tick that I am not a robot, so that captcha will be enabled, else reCAPTCHA will be there. Again, user need to select images. If the click and the user activity on the page resembles human activity or robot, so it identifies that it is a human or a bot. If the test fails, the reCAPTCHA provides a traditional image selection captcha, but in this most of the cases, checkbox tests suffixes to validate the user. So in most of the cases, the captcha is verified, and in some cases, if the user is not able to verify, again the captcha will be shown, and the user needs to select the images again. These types of captchas are known for reCAPTCHA and book digitization. Applications where captchas are used, basically these are used in online polls, mainly in online polls, protecting web registration forms. While registering the form, after registering the form, the user need to enter the captcha, preventing comment spam, so preventing it from commenting from spam comments. Spam comments, like there will be, helps to prevent the lots of comments at the same time. Search engine boost, so though it helps to reduce the search engine boosts. Like it should not, a program should not, or a hacker should not overload the site, so it helps in preventing these search engine boosts. E-ticketing, while providing a ticket or applying for anything on online shopping sites. Email spam, preventing dictionary attacks, also helps to prevent dictionary attacks. As a tool to verify digitized book. Improve artificial intelligence technology, so it also helps to improve AI, artificial intelligence technology, to provide that it is a human or robot. So all these are the applications of captcha where the captcha is used, and there are many more also many more applications also, but basically these are CAPTCHA are used mainly in these all. The drawbacks of CAPTCHA are it's disruptive and frustrating for users. So sometimes it takes time to enter the text, graphic text, and distorted text, so the user gets frustrated and disruptive. May be difficult to understand or use for some audiences. Some CAPTCHA types do not support all browsers. So some types of CAPTCHAs are not supported by all the browsers. Some CAPTCHA types are not accessible to users who view a website using screen readers or assistive devices. So some CAPTCHAs are not accessible. Therefore, these all are the drawbacks of CAPTCHA. Therefore, some people are not likely to use them. Some people does not like to use them. So these are frustrating to them. So this was the drawbacks of CAPTCHA. This was the presentation of CAPTCHA. Thank you. Please like, share and subscribe our channel and do comment on videos. Also press the bell icon for all your latest updates. Thank you.